Hello. I want to talk to you today about addiction. Have you been caught up in a cycle that just won't end? You have some things that go on in your head, and you start beating yourself up over either your past or what you've done or the choices you've made or the people you've hurt, and that just keeps playing over and over and over in your head again, and you want it to stop. And so you go to your drug of choice or to self-medicate, to go get something that's going to stop that same scenario from playing over and over and over in your head. And that voice will say, if you'll just go get whatever this is, marijuana, or not marijuana, but wait a minute, get some crack, or you just go get some meth, or you just go get some more alcohol and numb that thought so you don't keep hearing it over and over and over again. And it gives you temporary relief and you feel good for a while. You're on this high and it feels good, but it's for a very short period of time. And then you crash. And you crash and you feel worse than you did when you started. And you start over and over, that voice playing again. Why did you do that? Look at you now. Why did you do that? You're just no good. You'll never break this thing. And you hear it playing over and over in your head again, and you're agreeing with it. Yeah, I shouldn't have done it. And you get so depressed. And then you hear that voice that says, okay, well, you'll feel better if you'll just take a little meth or self-medicate with whatever it is you need, alcohol. Go get it. You deserve it. You deserve to have some peace. And so you do it again. Feel good for a little while when you're taking the drugs or the alcohol, but it doesn't last. And when it stops, you crash. Then that voice starts playing in your head again. Why did you do that? You know it's not the answer. Look at you. You're just a failure. Are you hearing those voices? Are you hearing those in your head? Well, guess what? Those are probably not even your thoughts, but you're agreeing with them. You're agreeing with them, and you got to stop it. And I want to help you break that. You can break the cycle. Going to the mental hospital and getting on other prescription drugs, that doesn't break the cycle. Going through rehab and getting sober temporarily and having nothing to fall back on to keep you there, it's not going to work either. It all stems from your mind and your thinking and things that you've done to invite these bad things to happen to you. And if you will stick with me, I'm going to teach you how to get out of that cycle, how to break it. You're not stupid. You're not evil. You're not a bad person. But you've been believing bad things about yourself. You're caught up in somebody's hurt you maybe, and you hate them so bad, and you're so frustrated with how they never got punished, and you just are bitter and full of hate and hurt. And so you go to medicate that hurt, to soothe that hurt. So you go to drugs or you go to alcohol to get that fixed, to get a high, to get away from all that. But it doesn't work. It's only a little bitty few minutes that you get some relief. And then you regret what you've done because it's so bad. You're hurting people around you. You're stealing from them to get that fix. You're just lying to everybody. And you're not getting out of the cycle. I want to help you get out of the cycle. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It doesn't require a lot to get out of it. You just need to get some education about who you are and about whose thoughts those are you're hearing in your head. They're not yours, but you're agreeing with them. If you watch my first video, video number 1, it talks and tells you that we're fighting not against flesh and blood. We're fighting real spiritual beings that are on this earth. And they communicate with us through telepathically. They put thoughts in your head and you think they're yours. But God puts thoughts in your heads too. And He is the one who created you. So He's the one telling you the truth. And He's telling you He loves you dearly. He loves you so much. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past. None of that is important. He knows we're flesh. He knows we're weak. He knows we're struggling. He knows that most of us don't even know we're fighting a spiritual battle against forces we can't see with the eyes, but we can sure hear them in our head. Some people have even heard audible voices in their head. So they're real, and they're attacking you in your mind. All the counseling and going to mental hospital and all that, you can't give medication to get those voices out. You can't give medication to get demons out because they're real. They get out when you take authority over them and you cast them out. And Jesus has given us that authority to cast those demons out. And if you'll stick with me, I'll help you get them out. I'll teach you how to do it. I'll teach you about yourself and your identity and the power that you have. Amazing power that you have to stand up against them. But first you got to start believing they're real. What they want you to think is they're not real because you can't see them. If you can't see them, they think they're not real. But can you see gravity? But you can sure feel it. It's real. Can you see the wind? No, but you can feel that too. It's real. So there's a lot of things that are real you can't see. Viruses and bacteria, you can't see it with the naked eye, but they're real. That's real. I just get very frustrated because people are so ignorant and they have no idea what we're fighting against, and they think they can treat it with medicine, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Not when you've got demons that you're fighting. And I'll teach you how to fight them, and I'll teach you how to conquer them and get rid of them and break the cycle. Break the cycle and start living the kind of life that you need to be living, that God created you to live. A good life, a happy life. You're going to have trials. Yeah, we all do. But in the end, we make it through because Jesus said He'd never leave us or forsake us. And my heart goes out to people that think the only answer is the mental hospital or a different kind of drug. I don't believe that's going to fix it. It starts in the mind. Change your thinking. Learn what you're fighting against. How can you defeat an enemy if you don't even know he's there? How can you defeat an enemy if you don't know how to fight against him? Well, stick with me, and I'm going to give you tools and tell you, you're not crazy. Those voices you're hearing, you're not crazy. They're real. I'm sorry. They are real. And they belong to the enemy. So, I'm going to stop here. But in the next video, I'm going to start teaching on spiritual warfare and what you can do to get out of this cycle. You can do it. You can do it. Doesn't matter how many times you've been through rehab. Doesn't matter how many times you've tried and failed. Well, you haven't had the right tools. And if you stick with me, I'm going to teach you how to fight and how to win. Not just fight, but how to win. How to have a life again. How to have a happy life. So watch for my next video, and I'm going to start teaching on spiritual warfare and how you can beat the enemy and come out on top. So I bless you and encourage you to think about it and take that step. It's not hard. It's not hard. It doesn't cost anything. I'm teaching you this for free. It's because I don't want to see you suffering anymore. I've had family members that have gone through this. And so, Lord, I'm just praying that you will realize you can break the cycle. You can break it. So follow me in the next video as I start teaching on this. And God bless you.